like that. How you feeling? Happy to be here with you too. Yeah. Come here. Now we found a shine. I love the way you move it, girl. Everything right. Yeah. I like patience. I need you. I love the way you move it, girl. Yeah. Check it out. When I pull up, you gon' come out, yeah. They feel you smiling like the street up in the nighttime, yeah. Ain't gotta worry what I'm doing, I'll be home in a minute. You get the night off, I'll just cook and even do the dishes. You've been working all week, I know you stressing out. They always talk it down on you, but you just shut them out. I'm proud of you for that, ain't gotta worry about it. You the one that's for me, you know I'm sure about it. Get your body right, always in the gym. Fresh air when you come around. Tell me that I'm him, bake me up when I'm feeling down. That's what it's all about. That dress for you over there, you know I laid it out. Breaking spine, face down when I put it down. So wild, we can't even do it on the couch, yeah. You know your body hypnotized and I'm all over that. Spin my head in circles with more waters than the lines you met, yeah. I do. Taught you everything you find over here. Let it let That's good, though. Proud of you. You know I know. You have to bring it home to me. I have to bring it home to me. Every night, every day. I don't need nothing else but you. I don't need nothing else. Bring it home to me. Take the night off. Got you. Yeah. You know I love it, baby. You know I love it. Love it. Here we go. Come here. Everything sunshine over here. Yeah.
Yeah. I like hey, you move it. Hey, since 2008, excuse me, Cleveland's own up and coming independent rapper. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I'm rocking with it. Shouts out to
Love it.
623 AM for bringing them to my attention. I'm like, yo,
Fire.
I'm like, I like the sound, you know.
Play a
I
shit.
like that. Shout out since
Mhm.
2008. I rock with it, man. Mad love, mad love. Let me get this out my face. This is all in my face. That's way better. All right, let's get it popping. Welcome to It's the Hype Real Podcast. I appreciate everybody for showing up. I expect y'all to show out because we're gonna do what we do every week. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk. We're gonna debate, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves. We go live every Thursday. We got my main man Kyle from Warner Brothers Podcast.
Sir.
Got my main man 623 AM, our dealer entertainment across all
Yeah, what's up?
platforms. What's happening? What's happening? And before we get into it, we got to pay some bills and we got to do what we do. Make sure you take notes because at the end there will be a test. Okay, the to-do list for the notes will be to like, subscribe, and enjoy. And at the end, we're going to take the test and make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy the Warner Brothers Podcast. Like, subscribe, and enjoy 623 AM. And make sure you like, subscribe, and enjoy Is the Hype Real Podcast. Fellas, what's going on? How you doing, Ray?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Enjoying the week. Super Bowl over. Ready to lock in on basketball.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
True that.
ready. Cal, what's happening?
I'm great, man. We're fresh off the podcast we did last night. You joined. You had a guest appearance. You got
Crazy
your
work.
debate on with Keenan. Like
Crazy work.
we had a classic podcast, I would say.
Yeah.
Got to
Shout
check
out
it
to
out. Got to
y'all
check it out.
crossover episode.
I'm gonna shout that out too.
Facts,
Yesterday,
facts.
I got blessed enough to be able to pull up to the Warner Brothers podcast, first time, hopefully not the last time. And I'm gonna see if I can pop that up there. And I want y'all to go check it out. Warner Brothers podcast on YouTube. It's absolutely amazing. They do a great job over there. And we've linked up, and Kyle's been coming over and doing mad cameos on the show. Like you said, we distant cousins, same brother, different mother. You know, all that good stuff. So
That's
we
right.
gonna get into it.
That's right.
We're going to get into it. We got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time to talk about it. So let's get into some sports. Is that cool with everybody?
That's cool with
You
me.
will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Perfection. Oh, we got a lot to talk about. Chat's already going crazy, man. They're not giving
was
me
trying
no,
not to smile.
they ain't giving me no time to breathe. I'm gonna put the spotlight on my main man 6:23 a.m. just for a minute, man. They already at your neck. Then we're gonna spin back around. I
Damn.
want to go with NFL first because the season is over. But I just want to give Ray a moment because somebody is coming straight for you. Pause. You know, and this is the Ray. He said we gonna talk about them Warriors, Ray. Emojis. Is that something we gonna be able to squeeze in there, Ray, that you want to talk
Whatever.
about?
I mean, we can if it's worth talking about. We talking about the Warriors. I mean, Porzingis. That's what we talking about.
Porzingis. That's a shot. All right.
That's not.
Crazy work. Crazy work. All right. We're going to hustle up and get the football news out the way real quick since my main man Boogie came in and he actually beat me to the punch. He said, we got to start with Drake May and how he sold the Super Bowl. He played horrible, and I'm a Pats fan. Yes, I wanted to talk about that. We're going to talk some NFL. I wanted to ask you guys, since the Super Bowl and even a lot of the playoff run, nobody cares when you win. It's when you lose that everybody wants to call you out on your bad games and your good games. That's when it really kicks in. So the question is Drake May not elite? I'm going to start with my main man, Kyle, Patriots fan, in-house extraordinaire. What you got? Is Drake May not elite?
It's so hard to evaluate, man. I was more even keel this whole entire season because I've seen the Pats dynasty, and I knew what our schedule was this entire year, and we took advantage of it. It wasn't necessarily weak, but it wasn't necessarily strong either, right? You play who you play. If you win, you're supposed to win. They did what they're supposed to do. Drake May looked great over the course of the year. I don't think he was second in MVP voting. I don't think he was the second best quarterback necessarily all year to my eyes, but he was very consistent. Obviously, in the postseason, he was hurt. He had a shoulder injury. He did not play as well, but it's his second season. It's just his second season, right? So elite, not elite, that's hard to say because we've only seen this kid play like less than 25 games probably total. Regular season, probably up to 30 if you combine the playoffs. But, it's really tough to say. Look how Caleb Williams' first year compared to the second year. Look how Jaden Daniels looked the first year compared to the second year. So Drake May, just in one season, it looked different, but he's young. You're supposed to look that way in the playoffs. Not to mention the Seahawks, top to bottom, were probably the best team in the league. So I kind of expected this from the Pats. I thought if they were going to lose, it probably wasn't going to be close. I actually thought it was going to be this exact type of game, a boring-ass game. That's what we got. Right. I don't think the Seahawks played lights out, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I don't think Darnold was anything great himself. The defense won the game.
Not at all.
But, if this game's played 10 times and Drake May's a little healthier, maybe it looks different, but I'm not surprised by the result. And this is like anti-podcasting. I'm not really at liberty to say whether he is or is not elite. He was elite during the regular season, and he was not elite during the postseason. So I think the answer lies in what happens next season.
Right. Okay. So a couple comments came in. Ray, I'm gonna let you handle your own business on the side.
Top tier mid.
uh, my main
That's
man
what it
Bush
looked
said
like. That's what it looked like.
he's top tier mid. He is not he's not trash, but not top of the line elite. Ray, what's your thoughts? Is Drake May not elite?
I actually agree with Kyle with what he said. Time will tell. We're gonna have to see next season. You know what I mean? How he bounced back or whatever, because that's what elite does. They bounce back. They get back to the Super Bowl. They play better. They make you forget about the faults, quote unquote. That's what elite is. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna bash them. I mean, everybody bash you when you lose in the Super Bowl, but they had a great season. They overachieved. You can't really be mad at them. And if we're gonna blame somebody, everybody know that line is mostly to blame, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Not
100%.
just Drake May. So I mean, the Patriots should be happy. They back where they belong. They got there way too early. It kind of remind me of the Cavs when we got there way too early and the Spurs swept us. You know what I mean? People criticize that as a loss for LeBron, but to be honest, it's like we got there earlier than expected. And I feel like they the same way. It's a great franchise, and they probably will be back if they make the right moves.
Okay.
So it was a weird Super Bowl, and to be honest with you,
It was kind
it
of weird.
wasn't that much hype.
No,
Yeah, it wasn't that much hype.
no,
Seattle winning, they don't really feel like champions to
they
me.
don't.
Like no disrespect to them, but it's just something just missing. I think it's star power, but shout out to them. Shout out to both teams. They better than our team. So
Most definitely, most definitely. So, okay. I gotta get back to the chat. What up, man? What up, man? Shout out my main man, man. My main man, D. He is a Dak Prescott connoisseur. He thinks Dak Prescott is the best thing since wheels on the car. So, round wheels, that is. So he said, "Yo, my guy, what's going on, fellas? No, he not elite, not yet, not enough body of work." So he agrees with you, Ray. And for me, you know what I say: stand on hill, die on
yeah,
hill. Drake May is elite. Simple as that. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet so we can keep it moving. He's elite. He was second in MVP voting in his second year in the NFL and his first full year of actually starting. I will say, I think the knock on Drake May, if this is going to be his trajectory, shout out trajectory, my man, 6:23 a.m.
yes,
Shameless
sir.
plug,
Appreciate it.
uh, is that he's going to be awesome in the regular season, but he'll have Peyton esque playoff season, or the
Mm,
playoff. He'll get there and he'll just fall apart. But his regular season will be absolutely incredible. He'll have all the accolades and he'll have all the awards. And it might take him a little longer, but I think when he gets to the playoffs, he's not yet, maybe. He's not able to shift that gear to get into that elite status. And I think that's going to be the knock on him. But even with that being the knock, nobody nobody in this room, in this chat or in my chat outside could ever say Peyton Manning is in the league.
mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I think that's his arc right now. So I think that we're gonna see what happens. So on the other side of things, we're gonna keep it NFL for a little bit longer. Shout out all my NFL fans and everybody for pulling up. What's your thoughts? Keep pulling up, showing up, and telling us what you think. So the other question is, since we're talking about quarterbacks, is Sam Darnold now a franchise quarterback? Because he was a journeyman. He
Mm-hmm.
went across. He played for damn near half the league. It seems like, but now he's a Super Bowl champion. Is he, you know, going to be going to take this opportunity and not just fall apart next season and turn back into the pumpkin we all thought he might? Is Sam Darnold now a franchise quarterback? I'm gonna start with you, Ray.
Um, I think he's a franchise quarterback, and honestly, people may agree, they may not. He might have been a franchise quarterback before this. Like he went crazy in Minnesota, but I feel like maybe he's just one of those guys they don't fully believe in. But after you win a Super Bowl, he guaranteed himself a spot next year. So I don't know if he's necessarily elite like that, but he's franchise quarterback. I don't think you necessarily have to be elite. You just have to be able to be counted on. and they're not going to switch your position every other couple games. You know what I mean? They can count on you. And I think he's a little above game man. He is a above game manager, but he's under elite, if that makes sense. You can count on him. He's gonna be there. You're gonna get some wins.
Right.
But I don't think it's about to be nothing spectacular. I don't expect him to go back to back or nothing. But they ain't got Geno Smith no more. You know, they can just, relax a little bit, get some wins. But I think the league gonna be a lot more competitive next year in both conferences because everybody be healthy. So we might not even be having this conversation about these two quarterbacks, and that's no disrespect to them. It's just everybody gonna come back hungry. So yeah, I would say franchise quarterback though, just not quite elite.
Okay. Kyle, before I jump to you, we gotta back up just a second, and I want you to fill this in also with your response to is Sam Darnold a franchise quarterback? Somebody asked, my man Jay, shout out Jay for pulling up, appreciate you. He said, "What makes a QB elite?" That is a good question. That is a very good question. So I want you to tap that into your answer, and I also want you to respond to this one right here. No one and done for Darnold. Great defense carried him this season. So with those two thoughts of what makes a QB elite and is Darnold one and done and not a franchise quarterback because the defense carried him, what is your response? Is Sam Darnold a franchise quarterback?
I'll respond about Darnold first. I don't think it's fair to say the defense carried him, especially since he showed out against the Rams in the championship game. Like he truly did his part. He slung the ball, threw the ball around. We saw that last year with Minnesota. I thought he was a franchise QB coming into the playoffs. Back-to-back 14-win seasons. Only him and Tom Brady have done that. As far as what makes a QB elite, to me, you got to pick up third and longs. You got to be able to come back from 15 points down. Excuse me. And you just got to have command. Your guys got to believe in you like they do in Darnold. But you got to really, I don't know, man. It's more about attitude on top of what your ability is. And I don't know, only a certain few QBs have it. Only about 6 QBs have it, if we're being real.
Name them.
Oof. Lamar, Josh Allen, Mahomes, Burrow. That's probably it. That's really probably
6.
it. That's 5 or 6. It's a short list, bro.
That's 4.
Maybe Caleb Williams. Maybe
Wow.
Caleb.
Okay, elite.
Who else
Already?
we got? I would say just that top 4, really, man. Like Caleb definitely showed out. Stafford, obviously. I forgot Stafford.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I would say that 5 right there. Lamar, Patty, Stafford, Josh Allen. That's really it. And then Burrow, if he can stay healthy.
You see that Burrow, you threw it in there on the fringe because you're not sure. Shout out to my man Keenan.
I mean,
we gonna talk
when
about
healthy,
that.
when he's healthy, he's obviously getting you to at least a championship game.
Is he
or a
getting you
Super
there
Bowl.
without Jamar Chase and T. Higgins?
Remains to be seen. You brought that up last night. That remains to be seen.
Okay. All
That
right.
remains to be seen. He's got talent around him. He can definitely. I mean, he's as good as Stafford from the pocket. That we can say.
Fair enough.
He can.
Fair enough.
To my point, like third and long comebacks, he can do that, and he's got the support of his team. Obviously, he don't have an offensive line either.
I don't think he's elite. I think he's really, really good. And I know
mean,
that's
it's
a
a
whole
fair
other
point,
can of
though.
worms, man. But I just
It's a
think
fair
he's
point
really,
because
really
you brought
good.
that up. You brought that up on the podcast last night too. It's a fair point to say, like, without Jamar Chase, without T. Higgins, but I mean, it ain't like he's a bum without it either. You know what I mean? He can get the ball out there. He can make throws. It ain't like he's shaky either. But I guess to your
Right.
point, we haven't seen him without these guys either. So
You did.
It's
And
a fair
he,
point.
he didn't do squat. That's the year you heard it before they drafted him. He was there. He didn't do too well.
in his rookie year, though. I mean, as a rookie.
Okay. All right. Let's keep it moving. Chat, chime in with your comments. We appreciate your shout out to all the chat pulling up. Is the Hyper Real Podcast, Warner Brother Podcast, 6:23 a.m. on all platforms. All right. I have one more question, NFL related, and I kind of think that I already know my opinion. I want to hear the chats, and I want to hear you guys. Should the NFL introduce a QB of the Year award so that way other positions can have an actual chance of winning MVP? Because if it's my opinion, I think Jackson Smith and Jigba, or somebody close to me, my better half says Jackson Smith, my should have won the MVP of the league, in my opinion, or Myles Garrett.
Mhm.
You know, because it's a regular season award. Should there be a, you know, like they have an offensive player of the year? Should there be a award directly connected to the quarterback position, so that way they just aren't automatically given the MVP of the league? What's your thoughts? Should they create that?
I think so. I felt that way for years. It's not it's what do you call it? It's anticlimactic, you know, to see every year is going to be some type of quarterback that takes the mystery out of it, takes the fun out of it. With basketball, you don't really have that problem. Any position can win. So I think that's football's biggest problem is all about the quarterback. Every stat, everything is already the face of the league, and I feel like it would be special to see somebody else win. You know what I mean? Like a Miles Garrett. Like I don't think their record was good enough, but he did something. It would just look cool. You looking down history and you see that one defensive player sneak in and get that award because we missed out on a lot of people getting them. We missed out on Aaron Donald getting an MVP. You know what I mean? He probably
Yes.
deserved because the quarterback, oh, he got the ball in his hands all the time.
Right.
That line get old. So yeah,
It gets
I
super
agree.
old.
Yeah, I would love to see Jackson win the MVP because he probably deserved it. He won the Super Bowl and everything else, man. It's like he came out of nowhere. They had wins. So yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Kyle, what you got?
Yeah, man, this has been an ongoing topic every year on our podcast. I hate the NFL MVP because of exactly what you just said, man. It's just an NFL QB award, is all it is. Who's the best QB? Uh, like y'all said with Miles Garrett, like if Cleveland had 10 wins, you could make a real case that he should be
Yeah.
MVP. A real case anyway. I thought he was the best impact player, just flat, full stop. He was the best impact player this year.
Sure.
I think it was 2 seasons ago, I thought Christian McCaffrey should have won it over Lamar, actually. And I thought, last year when it was Lamar versus Josh Allen, I thought that was fair. I thought they were the two best players last season, but that's not every season. And I don't think the NFL represents what their season actually looked like if you're giving it to a QB every single year,
Right.
because every year it's not the QB. So
Every year it's not the
yeah, I get very
Mhm.
disappointed year in and year out with how they handle the NFL MVP.
And I agree because the my whole thing is like you made a great comment. And I brought up the question. Just be, of course you're going to have the most numbers as a quarterback because you do have the ball in your hand every play. You get a chance to touch the rock
The most.
every play, even if you're
Mhm.
handing it off. So how could you not have the most influential statistics in the game? And when guys like Lawrence Taylor and it was another old school DN, and excuse me for not having my history together, they were like the only two defensive players that ever win NFL MVP. That's ridiculous. Let's get into the chat real quick. Right. Let's get to the chat real quick. My main man, we're going back to the elites. He said, elite is year after year, 5 years plus, consistently. You can go on a 1 year run that don't mean you elite. You can be very good, but elite is a select few. Sam had a good run, but can he do it again?
Mhm.
I respect it.
Yeah, it's a good opinion.
My main man D said, as a franchise quarterback, I think so because that's a great way. I was talking about is the award. I think so because that's a great way to compare the QB. Yeah, I agree. And then
Yeah.
this is unfair to
That-
the rest of the league. There's so many people make impacts.
And it's so easy to just say the best QB award, and then because you should treat the MVP like they treat the Heisman. Anybody can win it. If you go
Right.
crazy, you got a chance. These the 5 people. We don't care what position you play, and you can win it.
That's fair. It makes you go. Only people who can't win it is the offensive lineman. There's no offensive lineman going to win MVP of the league, but everybody else has a fair shot.
But,
If we go with that
but
format.
before we get off that topic, though, didn't the dude Dawkins from the Bills mention that he fighting for offensive lineman to get some type of award?
It should be.
And they should get one.
They should be.
They
No,
started it
Great
this year.
job, man. They
For the
starting
first
this
time.
year, okay.
No
Yeah,
offensive
protector of
lineman,
the
no
year
elite
something.
quarterback. You see
Man.
what happened to Drake May? He was getting destroyed because Will Campbell couldn't block me. I'm just saying.
man.
It was ugly. It was so ugly. It was disgusting. All right, let's get to the coup de la grace. Tis the season. It is the NBA time. Football is over with. We into the NBA mid-season. We got the All-Star game coming up. We had a great All-Star game discussion. We had a great All-Star game discussion previously
I
on the
gotta see
show.
that.
Yeah, it was
I gotta
fun.
see that.
It was fun. It was fun.
We
So
fixed All-Star Weekend last night.
we definitely fixed it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Oh, we definitely fixed it. Y'all got to check it out. Warner Brothers podcast. I was on there. I think I was the most influential. Maybe I'm being a little biased. No, I'm just.
You might have
So
been. You might have been.
I don't know, man. You gotta go check it out because I want y'all. I want the chat to decide because what I was saying, I
was
don't
like-
know.
It was
Y'all put the
Stephen A.
link in
and
there?
up there with you.
I can drop the link in there. Let me tell you how influential I was, Ray. Keenan agreed with me.
Oh
That
yeah,
lets you know
I gotta see
something.
this,
He
man.
agreed with the
Skip
fact
and
that I
Shannon.
made.
It was like Bloods and Crips coming together, bro.
Man,
Man.
colors,
It
colors,
was like
colors.
it's like Stephen A. and Skip up there.
Man.
Mhm.
So NBA season. I want to ask you, Cal. So we're halfway through the season right now. Who is the front runner in chat? I want y'all to chime in too. It's all about the chat, baby. Who is the front runner for NBA MVP as of right now? Who's the front runner to win most valuable player in the NBA?
It should be Jokic, but he's technically like 2 games under the threshold for 65 games. Like that's his pace right now.
Yeah.
After that, you would say it should be SGA probably because the Thunder are still the best team in the league. He's also out with injury. So then you'd have to lean to the 2 Jalen's, Jalen Brunson on the Knicks,
Wow.
Jalen Brown on the Celtics.
Who you picking?
Yeah, he's saying all that.
Right, who you picking?
I'm picking Jokic. If it's me, if it's my
who's
league,
your
I'm picking
MVP?
Jokic.
Who's
man.
gonna
It's
be
Jokic.
MVP? So you got Jokic.
Jokic.
the
But
Joker.
by the letter of the law, he ain't gonna win it because he's 2 games under. So, but if it's me voting, it's Jokic all day.
So all day, Jokic. All right, I can respect that. Ray, who you got?
He had some good picks, obviously, but my pick for MVP this year is actually Cade Cunningham.
Cade
I got Cade
That's
from
good.
Detroit.
That's good.
They the number 1 seed. His stats is crazy, and I think he well above the threshold as far as the 65 games. I don't think he missed too many games if he missed any,
Right.
and
True.
that's my pick. I can see the fatigue with Jokic picking Jokic every year. His stats gonna be crazy no matter what you do, So I feel like Jokic and SGA is starting to hit that territory where they like you can give it to him in a year, but they ready to give it to somebody else. Why not Detroit? They was terrible more than 3 years ago, man. They turned that whole team around.
They did.
Y'all got to
Shout out
reward them
JB
at some
Bickerstaff.
point, man.
Historically bad. Historically bad. a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
historically bad. So he came in there. Once he got drafted, they've been getting better every single year. He going crazy, man. I would go with Cade, man.
Okay. My
I
pick.
like it. I like it.
My pick is people are already hating on it in the chat. I'm going with Luka.
Nah, man.
Luka
I
is
wanna hear this.
carrying. Listen, man. Listen to me. Luka is
Lakers.
carrying and that's the thing. You get Laker fatigue. You get Luka fatigue because he's all over the TV. But he is legitimately carrying this team to where they are. They're horrible defensively. We
You
talked
don't.
about that. And without him, you take Luka off of the Lakers. They might not even be in the play-in with LeBron out there because he's not doing LeBron-esque type carrying of a team like we're used to.
Mhm.
No Luka, no Lakers in the playoffs. It's kind of because it's going to be like they're going to be the 4th, 5th seed, something like that. Kind of almost like how when Westbrook won it as the 4th, 5th seed. Luka should definitely be the MVP because he is the most valuable player on his team, and without him, they don't win. I had the argument yesterday that I believe that without SGA,
This was
If-
crazy. Listen to this shit, Ray. Listen to this, Ray. Listen to this.
He
Listen to
brought
this.
you
So
up,
about to be
brother.
wild, man.
Without SGA on the Thunder, you take SGA. Okay, he's done for the foreseeable future. He's done maybe even for most of the playoffs. If they can get past the Denver Nuggets, which they still can, they can win the NBA title without SGA.
Yeah, that's a crazy take. I thought you was gonna say they could still be a good team. They can still make the playoffs. They not winning no championship without SGA.
Come
man.
on,
They-
why not? Jalen
Not
Brunson
even
went
close, man.
absolutely insane yesterday without SGA out there.
See, you can't even get their names right. That's how I know they
No,
can't
yeah,
win.
I'm looking at the screen on the side. My bad. I'm looking at the
Jalen
chat.
something.
I'm looking
Jalen something.
one of the Jalen's. No, I'm looking at the screen because it's saying right here. My main man D said it's
Jalen
SGA
Hurts.
overall, but right, Jalen Hurts. But now it's K
Look,
for
told
me.
you. Hey,
So yes, I think that they're just that deep, and their only true threat
is
is
Denver?
is Denver. I in an
That's definitely
episode
a hot take.
I'm giving too much away, and I really want people to go watch. But I said the most. What was it? The overrated or the what was the question, Kyle? Do you remember offhand? How
Last
did you
night,
word it?
who was fraudulent? Like, who do you think that's like high in the standings that could be frauds come the
Oh,
playoffs?
okay.
I picked the Spurs.
Hmm.
That could be fraudulent. Keenan's brain blew up on camera. It's, I think the fragments are still on the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this episode out.
My main man King Deal said Curry, not even close, MVP of the league.
Man. He be riding for the Warriors, man.
But if Curry comes back, could he not win MVP of the
This
league
this year?
this year?
I don't see it. I don't think they win it enough. Yeah, they. I don't see it.
You don't see that if they make they eke into the playoffs, they make the 7th seed.
Nah,
He can't be
I don't think
MVP.
so. Nah, because you ain't been on the radar for real for MVP most of the year. Then you sneak into the back end of the playoffs. They not gonna do that. NBA is gonna base it off stats or wins in a win column, and you probably don't have one of those. So that I don't see it happening.
Fair enough. It usually goes to the best player on the best team, or just a player that just did something absolutely insane, like when
Yeah,
Westbrook had the triple double for the whole
yeah,
team.
exactly.
So,
Yep.
all right. So we're gonna move along. Chat keep pulling up. Oh man, the chat on my back.
I said they ain't
I
gonna let you
can't.
go.
They ain't let me get out of the segment. I was this close. I was almost out of
Yeah.
here. My main man D said, "You out of pocket, my guy. Spurs are the biggest threat to OKC."
Yeah.
Explain
Keep the pod,
yourself,
you
D.
keep the pod.
Yeah, you got to. Hey, Keenan has some very
I get why he's
true.
saying it.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
the only
so
one that
but
beat him consistently.
you take out Wemby off the Spurs, they're not a threat. You take
Why you always gotta take out their best players, man?
SGA off the
saying-
Thunder, they still can make a championship run.
That's like saying take
I
MJ off the
disagree.
Bulls, take
But that's
Kobe off the Lakers, take Shaq off the Lakers. Like, come on,
no.
you can't take
They'll
Wemby off the
still be
But
a
you
Spurs.
can
good
take
team.
SGA off the Thunder, and they still can make a deep run, if not win a championship.
They'll still be good. I don't think they'll make a run.
SGA's that dude. Jalen Williams, we ain't seen him. He can produce when he's with Shea, and he can produce without Shea in the regular season. But for a 7-game series with the number one defender on you, if you got Kawhi on you for 7 games, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I would love to see it happen for real. Just to stand on hill, downhill. I mean, man, King J pull back up. Warriors the biggest threat. You trolling just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trolling a little bit, but I don't know. The Warriors are the biggest threat in the West to the OKC Thunder. I don't see that happening. Or to the
No.
They can move up
Spurs,
a couple slots.
or to the Timberwolves. Maybe the Phoenix Suns. I can see them beating the crap out of the Phoenix Suns. All right, let's keep it moving. Chat, keep coming in with your comments. We appreciate y'all. We're going to keep it rolling. All right, so the trade deadline is come and gone. There's been some moves made. I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask the chat, which NBA team solidified their finals opportunity during the trade deadline, making them possible contenders with either acquiring or trading away somebody? Which team solidified their opportunity to be a contender? Like, made them really like, okay, I could see them really making it to the NBA finals after the trade deadline.
I think you already know my answer. I don't
Go
know if
for
Kyle
it.
want to go first, but
Go for it. Go for it. You ready?
my original pick before the trade was the Thunder versus the Cavs. I'm sticking to it, and now I feel even more confident. And I feel confident because James Harden on the Cavs, we 3-0, we looking good. He doing everything we expected him to do when he got here. Because I don't think people understand how elite of a passer he is. To me, he the best passer besides Chris Paul and LeBron of this era. He's number 3. as far as his ability. And I think he about to make Mobley and Jared Allen eat, man. He already showing flashes of it with Jared Allen, and we ain't even got Mobley and Strus back. Them dudes gonna be wide open. They was already triple and double teaming James Harden. Sam Merrill, all them dudes gonna be wide open. You still got Donovan Mitchell, who's the leader of the team. So I mean, we really don't have no weaknesses no more. So my biggest thing is just can they get a backup big, you know what I mean, for the physical teams like the Knicks, because we can't afford to get pumped again. But other than that, I don't see nobody else that can really deal with us. New York will be a rough series. Boston will probably be a rough series, but I think we got enough to break through now that we got James Harden.
Okay, I like it. Cal, who is your now went from possible pretender to contender since the trade deadline? Who do you got?
First off, gotta agree with Ray. And we talked about this last night, man. Like the Cavs definitely are more balanced with this Harden trade, getting rid of Darius Garland, who was talented in his own right, but couldn't stay healthy, couldn't count on him. The problem with James Harden, as we talked about last night,
We did talk about
once it
this.
gets to game 6 or 7
He
in the
turns into a
playoffs,
pumpkin.
is he gonna actually look at the rim? Is he actually gonna want to like initiate himself? Is he gonna pass the 3-point line on either end of the court? Like he just doesn't want to be aggressive in those moments. But either way, I think your chances improved for sure with James Harden. He plays every night, unlike Darius Garland. Actually, like low key though. I mean, I love the was it Ayo Dosunmu, the Timberwolves picked up from the Bulls.
Okay.
They needed a point guard.
Yeah, still sleeper.
They need a point guard. He's athletic, he can score. He's gonna bring balance to that team. They were in the conference finals the last 2 years, and I feel like people are sleeping on them because they're kind of behind that Rockets, Spurs, Thunder group. But they're gonna be right there. They're able to compete with anybody. So I got that for my sleeper move. And the Harden trade, that's kind of conditioned on if he can show up in game 6 and 7. Because everything before that, yeah, you're gonna be right in it. You know what I mean? He's gonna give you these 30, 40-point games, these triple doubles, these 14 assist games. Like he's more than talented enough to do it. He never asserts himself though in big games. So that being said, I still think they can beat the Knicks or really any team in the East to get to the finals if they had to, even without Harden asserting himself, because you don't have that problem with Donovan Mitchell at all. So I like both moves. If I had to pick one, though, I do like the Dosunmu move.
Okay. What's he gonna say, Ray? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say both of his points. I agree with the Timberwolves point because he matches Anthony Edwards' age range too. So I feel like he fit perfectly with them. He don't got an old point guard. Like even the Giannis move, I wasn't excited about that with Anthony Edwards. I think he needs somebody that kind of match. You know, he got that energy that Ant got defensively. So I like that pick too. And then back to the Cavs with James Harden, I agree about game 6 and 7 because people kept saying he choking playoffs, but it's really what Kyle said. It's the late series games that he was choking in. But one thing we not mentioning is when James Harden was choking, most of them times he was the lead of the team. This is the first time it's like it's Donovan's team.
Yes.
It's Donovan's team. I ain't stepping on his toes. I'm here to facilitate. And we all know Donovan gonna go crazy. He ain't scared at the moment. So James Harden is your B guy, your third guy. I'm happy with that. I'm cool with that.
Okay. We're gonna get to
And
these
on top of
comments.
that, like your other
Go ahead,
guys
please.
too. Your other guys like Strus and Mobley.
Yeah.
Strus, man, come on.
No, Strus gonna be wide open, man. He come back right.
And the infamous
All he
words of
gotta
my
do is
main
make a
man
shot.
Strong. Trash. I'm gonna get to this chat. They going crazy. Kanan pulled up Warner Brothers podcast. He said, "I was hoping a good night's sleep was going to get his mind right." Talking about me, but I guess it didn't. Hey man, the facts be the facts, man. Stand on hill, die on hill. I'm never gonna switch up what I say because it's what how do the young people say it? It's my truth. No, I just go off what I see, man.
They said John might have podcast CTE. That's what
my.
the street says.
That's the street said. Man, hey, I'm the new AB of the podcasting. Yeah, I'm the Kanye of podcasting. I just be saying random stuff.
Yeah.
My main man King J said, "Cavs to the finals?" ? Wrap it up. Expand on that thought
Hey,
process. My
man.
main man D pulled up. He said the Spurs are a young OKC. They have a deep team. They play fast, defend, and also have an MVP candidate in Wemby. Also, the Cavs. We can go to the finals if James Harden shows up and closes out
Mm-hmm.
games. Shout out to
Big
my
if.
main man
Big
Kyle and
if.
his
That's
in
what
his thought
Kyle said.
process. So I disagree with both of y'all, and I'm a Cavs fan. I don't think
Mm.
that those were the teams that honestly made that move that put them from just being playoff bound to actually being able to be NBA Finals bound. I think the biggest move with the culmination of the rest of the season coming up is this move right here. Vujic to the Celtics. That gives them a dominant big man in the paint with Jaylen Brown, top 3 MVP candidate, with Jason Tatum lurking in the shadows, getting ready to play. Was it Pritchard? You said he was averaging what, over 17 a game, 18 a game? This right here is a major move. They didn't have a big man. They had Porzingis, and they had the I think it was what's his name, Amari Williams. And the thing is Vujovic, even at 6'9", is a true center. He's going to
Mm-hmm.
rebound. He's going to get putbacks. He can facilitate from the paint, and he can shoot. So I think this right here was one of the bigger pickups, one of the more underrated pickups, because he is 35 years old. But had I not said that, most people didn't know that. He still
Mm-hmm.
plays very young. He's very athletic. He's very durable. He's always available, and he's not afraid to bang with anybody in the paint. He's what they needed, because other than that, they didn't have really anybody that was a true big man. I don't know about what's his name. I think it's Nemias Kuti.
Kato.
Kato. There we go. I don't see him as a true center, and they need somebody. I don't believe in Luke Cornett. He's not it. But Vujic is the big pickup for me that I think can catapult them back to the NBA Finals. I think that's just the move for me that helps solidify things for them. That's just my opinion. All right. So we're going to move off of sports now. For time's sake, we got a couple things that we've been lacking on, and I really want to get these things in. So if that's okay with y'all got anything left to add before we move on?
I'm good.
No, sir.
All right, cool. Let's get into some entertainment.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Are you not entertained? So we're gonna talk about some entertainment that's going on in the world. Right now, the world is buzzing with one of the Big Three's album just dropping a double disc, 29 and 39. Shout out to my main man, J. Cole. He dropped his double disc, and it has the whole industry buzzing right now. He is hotter than fish grease right now. Everybody's showing him mad love. And the thing is with that being said, a lot of people are speculating and were hating, saying that he wasn't part of the Big Three. I wasn't one of them. So all Big Three put out a double disc album. You had Scorpion for Drake, 25 tracks in totality. And then you had the Big Steppers, and then Mr. Morale was this too for Kendrick Lamar. Shout out my main man Keenan, that's his favorite rapper, Warner Brothers Podcast. Out of those three, who had the best double disc album? J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, or Drake? I'm gonna start with my music connoisseur, Mr. Vinyl himself, Vinyl Record Man himself. 6:23 a.m. Ray, what you got?
Damn, I was expecting Kyle to go first on this. I got it was hard for me. I listened to all three. Obviously, J. Cole when it dropped. I listened to Scorpion and Mr. Morale in the past couple days just to get a refresher because it's been a while with both of those albums. And it took me a while. At first, my answer was Drake Scorpion because of, the hits. He got a lot of hits on there, the bops or whatever. But the rest of the album didn't do it for me. And usually Drake is great with B-sides, but this was the first Drake album that the B-sides, I wasn't really feeling them like that. Obviously, you got the hits, you got Jaded, you got songs like that nonstop. I love all those songs, but like
Right.
the other songs I was looking down the list, usually when you look at a Drake track list, you like, oh, I know that song, love that song.
I'm
I
upset.
barely recognized the songs when I came back to them. I'm like, what is it?
Right.
What song
Right.
is
So
this?
what?
Like, and
Right.
that never happens. So it was Drake at first, but after listening to it, it was like it was hard work to listen to a album hour and 30 minutes, and I was struggling to get through it. So that told me like I'm a big Drake fan, but that particular album, I don't think it hold up as good as his other ones, like a CLB or something.
Yeah.
So I went with Mr. Morale. I went with Mr. Morale. And
Ooh.
Okay.
I went with that, and it's not my favorite Kendrick album at all. You know, I love Kendrick, but that's probably my least favorite album from him. But it's still a strong album, and I think it's a strong album because of where I'm at in life. That's one of them albums that you kind of grow with. As far as he talking about pretty much everything, he talking about being older, looking back. He found his success and all of that stuff. So it's a little more layered and deeper album. You know what I mean? So I think that resonate with me more. And Cole is still early, but I just know I don't like Cole's music as much as Drake and Kendrick. So it's a little bit harder for me to pick that, even though rapping wise, he one of the top guys, of course, but that particular album is still early, and I just don't think it got as many layers as
Mm.
Mr. Morale.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry for the long answer.
You
Just
good,
trying.
man. You good.
That's a good
Cal, what you
answer.
got?
That's a great answer. That's a great answer. When you put this question in the group chat, John, I didn't have to think 8 seconds about it. I knew immediately. You could call it prisoner of the moment, but for me, it's J. Cole. For me, it's the fall off. And I would actually rank them. For me, it would be one, the fall off, two, Scorpion, and three, Mr. Morale. Like Ray said, Mr. Morale is probably my least favorite Kendrick album. I think it's a great album. I think that's most rappers' best album. But Kendrick's got such a great discography; it's at the bottom for him. Um, for me, though, and the reason why I'm such a fan of this Cole album, John, I think I was talking about this last night. Like every beat on there is fire, and that's like the number one thing I'm listening for when I hear an album is sonically how does it sound.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, he's rapping his ass off on every beat. I would agree with Ray. It's not necessarily super layered of an album, but I think it's creative. Um, I don't know. I just did. It was like he said with the Scorpion album. It's a long album. When I heard this album was gonna be 24 tracks, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I really want to hear 24 tracks of J. Cole. And it was an easy listen, man. It was an easy listen for 24 tracks. I enjoyed the hell out of my last Friday listening to this J. Cole album. So I haven't gone back to Mr. Morale too much. Like Ray said, Scorpion's got the hits, but the rest of the album isn't that great. This album, top to bottom, not only is it my favorite out of the three, it's probably my favorite J. Cole project, top to bottom.
Damn.
All right. Goddamn.
Big
Um,
fan. Big fan.
I'm gonna bring it on home.
One last thing.
Go ahead. Go
One
for
last
it.
thing,
Go
real
for it.
quick, real quick. I get offended with the big three talk because I think you could say Future's part of that big three. But you
Uh-oh.
got to say it's a big four because I think he's got a just as much of an argument at two or three, honestly,
Mhm.
and especially for J. Cole's spot. So
And he
whenever
got a
someone
double
says
disc. People keep forgetting.
he's got a double dip, yeah, he
It's
might have the
hard.
best double
That's
dip out
fair.
of all four,
Yeah.
to be honest.
That's fair.
So,
That's fair.
great point, great point. So whenever someone says big three, I always kind of get offended. I'm like, hey, you got to extend that to four because if Future was
Mhm.
dropping tomorrow, we'd set aside our whole weekend just like we did for J. Cole. So.
Yup.
That's
Fact.
true. I rock with Future probably. It's crazy that I couldn't stand Future when he came out, but I rock with Future probably harder pause than all three of these guys. I'm not really a Drake fan except for the hits. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I like Drake's hits. I like his older albums. You know when he was just finding his way, but it's the new poppier, super popular around the world Drake. I'm not. I haven't been really a fan, and that's just my personal opinion. Kendrick Lamar, I love Kendrick Lamar. I think he is one of the rappers that dive the deepest into his lyrics as far as the depth of what he's talking about. You could almost say in the history of rap. There's only a few guys that I could that are really like even able to touch his depth of thought process when it comes to really making you think about what he's talking about. But I've always been a fan of flow. So J. Cole for me got it hands down. Even, you know, I won't say I have to say hands down, just my personal, because when I listened to it, I didn't want to be prisoner of the moment. So I actually went back and listened to it again. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't listen to the whole Drake album all the way through, the double album. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was just I just couldn't do it. But I gave Mr. Big Step and Mr. Morale, the Big Step and Morale, one more good listen, and it just wasn't for me, you know, and that's okay. I love the Cole album, really not just because of his flow. I love the fact that he paid homage to so many people with the styles and the things that he did in his album. It was almost like the culmination of, let me bring all my favorite rappers into what should be my last album. And I even took some notes, like on I Love Her Again, he paid homage to Common. On who the F is this, you know, lyrically, it was absolutely insane, but the beat drop was ridiculous. On Life Sentence, he paid homage to DMX. You know, to me that was what really brought it together, because he showed, you know, Cole's always been, I want to show love to all my fellow artists, but I ain't afraid to slap you in the mouth on his mic. And that's the one thing I've always loved about his brand. Has been almost like Erykah Badu. It's just all natural, all inclusive. But Erykah Badu will slap the piss out of you if you piss her off. So you don't play with Erykah Badu. She gonna give you what you want, man. she gonna give you what you're asking for. So I went with Cole. So my main man Ray went with Kendrick. I went with Cole, and Kyle went with Cole. No prisoner of the moment here. All right, cool. Could we
see that vinyl though?
Oh man,
Could we see the vinyl? I gotta get mine.
Team, man. So this is the
That's
J. Cole
hard, man.
pre-order vinyl. They're only making this cover once. Once
fire.
this cover is released, it will be no more. I will not be opening this. I will wait.
No.
I will either find one used, or, you know what I mean, it's up there with my Mike Jackson, you know, bad album. So I'm gonna hold on to this and just get it, because I had to get it. That's just the fan that I am.
Yeah,
you know?
that's fire. That's dope that you actually like the album too. Can't just get the vinyl when you could have hated the album.
I'm a Cole fan, so I already knew I wasn't going to be too far off the scope of loving what he did. So yeah, most definitely had to get the vinyl, and I'm glad I did. I'm a heavy. I want to see what's inside.
Before we wrap it up, on the J. Cole topic, which the songs y'all rock with the most, since y'all both love the album?
Who the F? Who the F is you? Love Her Again. Life Sentence. And there's that man, that Life Sentence. I said, yo, he talking that cash, bro. He talking. I mean, I love the other joints that came out as far as on YouTube and everything, like, but them three right there, they hit different for me. I don't know why.
There's quite a few for me, man. There's quite a few, man. I got The Villist with Erykah Badu. I love that one.
Yeah.
Safety reminded me of Nas a bit. Who the F is you, as you said, drum and bass. Bombs in the Ville. That's probably my favorite overall, though. That's probably my number one track as of right now.
Okay.
That's a good list. I got Safety, of course. I think that's the best song on the album. Run the Train was dope, and
that was crazy,
I actually like Hit the Gas, man. The second half of the Bombs Over the Field. What's the little ghetto bounce song? And what I found somebody new. That one.
That's a bang bang.
I think it's called Hit the Gas. Yeah, that one. I like those. That's the three right there.
Check right now.
Tough.
Check right now. Yep, Hit the Gas. Bombs in the building. Hit the Gas. Yeah, he did a great job overall. Shout out Cole, man. Like, it took you long enough, my brother. You know, it better have been good. If it was trash, you should have just retired. I'm just saying. All right. We're going to get into one more thing before we get out of here. I want the chat to tap in if they can. Appreciate y'all for sticking around. It's going to be our last subject before we get out of here. We're going to kind of speed through it a little bit. So we do a top 5, and I don't know who wants to start first, but, our top 5 this week is top 5 sports movies. So I want to hear you guys' top 5 sports movie. Chat, you too. Give me 5 sports movies that you guys love. I want to hear, if you have it in order, that's cool. If you don't, I just want you to give me your top 5. I'm going to flip a coin. Heads, Kyle, you go.
I'll give you my 5 real quick. And I got to be honest, obviously I love sports. Not the biggest fan of sports movies. They're often unrealistic. So I kind of go back and forth, and we kind of put some rules and parameters right before we got on, so I had to take some off my list. I'm gonna give you some, I don't want to say deep cuts, but maybe they're not like mainstream or like the most popular. So like I got Hardball on there, which is a good movie. I got, and funny enough, this is another Keanu Reeves movie, unintentionally, but The Replacements. It's a real funny sports movie. Deep implied. It's a good one to just throw on in the background. It's not great, but it's also not bad. It's entertaining. Then I got Ali on there, which is of course a biopic. Will Smith as Muhammad Ali. I think he kills that role. Then my last 2 are actually documentaries, and I probably could have made this just 5 documentaries, but these 2 are my favorite. I would say Hoop Dreams, which is a classic, and then The Last Dance.
Okay.
Yo,
Ray,
I
what
didn't
you
know
got?
he's doing dots.
Right. He pulled that one out of his back pocket. Chat.
I'm gonna go quick too. Oh, go ahead.
Tap into the chat.
You said the
real quick.
chat.
Yeah, I need 5 of them. See, Glove. You gave me 1. Love and Basketball.
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't really say
classic.
that's a sports movie. It was just sports intertwined.
Sports in it. Sports adjacent.
Yeah, it was parallel. It
Classic
ran
show. I
parallel with
love
sports.
that
It was a
sport.
great movie
Mhm.
overall, but I wouldn't really
Yeah.
consider that a sports movie. But go ahead, Ray. What you got?
I got Coach Carter. I got Blue Chips. I got Creed.
Wow,
Probably my favorite boxing movie.
that's a great boxing.
All 3 of those for real.
First Creed.
Remember the Titans. Gotta have that. And my favorite sports movie is Above the Rim.
Okay.
Tupac, Dwayne Martin. I can watch that every day. So that's gotta be on there.
I love it. All
Good
right.
list.
I went a little unorthodox. That's how I do it. I'm an unorthodox type of guy. So I won't give you top to bottom 2 through 5, but I'll give you my number 1 at the end. For the 4, I got Coach Carter. That's a great movie, and it was definitely basketball related. Hurricane Season, Forrest Whitaker.
Sleeper. I tried to fit that on the list, man. People don't have not seen that movie, man. A lot of people never heard of it.
Great movie, bro. They
Great
had Bow
movie.
Wow in there. It was just all about team camaraderie. They made it after Hurricane Katrina. They couldn't wash their
Yep.
clothes. They almost didn't have a
Nope.
season, and then they wound up taking it all the way to the bottom. Another sleeper, Waterboy.
That's what I thought of when it said replacements.
There you
I
go.
love that movie, man. I
Yeah.
love that movie, man. Tackling Fuel. Rudy. Rudy brings kind of a tear to my eye every time I watch it, man. The little
That's
undersized
one of
kid
those
trying to
Super
play
Bowls.
DN, man. He grinded so hard to be on that damn team that he loves so much. Everybody told him he couldn't do it, but he just kept grinding, and that is inspiration, bro. I
I
wish
gotta see that again.
He said he's out here playing like it's the Super Bowl. He said if you had half the heart of Rudiger, you'd be All American. Get off my field. That's the story of your sorry career. They loved Rudiger.
See.
I'm gonna get to the chat before I get to number 1. See, look, got the longest yard. Rocky. Which Rocky? The first Rocky? Space Jam.
First one. Oh, Space
The
Jam.
Blind
Oh yeah.
Side.
First.
The Blind Side was a good
Blind
sports
Side.
movie. It was sad. Mama, My main man D said he got game. White man
He got
can't
game.
jump. Sunset Park. Space
Said
Jam.
part.
The Longest Yard remake.
He got
Mhm.
game would have been my number one, but we had it banned before.
My man said, "Are you done? Are you done? Get out of here." He said, "Whatever, back freckles." He called that man back freckles in The Longest Yard. So
See,
what you
that's the
talking
movie that
about?
made me cry as a kid. Look, that's a sleeper. 6 Man.
6 Man. My man was on the rim like,
Man. Oh,
AK baby,
shit.
all the way,
Mm-hmm.
all the way. That was our 6 Man, wasn't it? uh,
Throwback.
yeah, super throwback. And Ray, you've known me for quite a long time, so you probably
Yeah,
know
I
where I'm
already
going.
know.
Easy pick for me, man. Remember the
You
Titans,
could have
Yeah.
had Air
man.
Bud.
Number Airbud.
Mhm.
Jokes. Remember the Titans is my movie, man. I love this movie, man. Denzel played this role to the hilt. Every time I say that, Bray be like, "Y'all looking like a bunch of bums out here." Oh my God, my man.
Yeah.
It's just so many quotables. Man Denzel
Mhm.
said, he said, man, you shouldn't act like that. He said, listen, I won't scratch my head unless it itch. I won't dance unless I hear music. I will not be intimidated. Simple as that. Like, damn. Like, it was such a powerful movie because it spoke to
Facts.
when there was such a divisiveness of people in the South where that was like one of the first integrated schools, and it's based off of a true story. I love movies that are based off of
Mhm.
true stories. And they came together in a place that wanted to tear them apart and didn't want that to be what they wanted to be black and white instead of just black, instead of integrated school. And they wound up turning that whole town around and making everybody love everybody. And that to me is just a testament of the human will and what sports can do for people. Like right now the Olympics are on. Everybody loves everybody if you're American. It's just that simple. It's USA versus the world. I think it's more in the Summer Olympics because the Winter Olympics are like, eh. But in the summer, when you got gymnastics, track and field, basketball, and all those big time sports, then it's definitely on and popping. You know what I mean? My man said, Ray said 6 Man is a sleeper. My bad. Was that supposed to be put out there? It is now. Okay. So we're going to finish up. We're going to get out of here. We're going to save the unpopular opinion for next week. Make sure Ray's ready with that. I'm pretty sure he has some hot fire. Um,
Mhm.
so I want to make sure that you guys were on task and doing what was asked. Did you do your homework? Did you go to Warner Brothers Podcast? Like, subscribe, and enjoy. Did you go to all platforms with 6:23 a.m. Art Dealer Entertainment and like, subscribe, and enjoy? And did you go to Is the Hype Real Podcast on all platforms and like, subscribe, and enjoy? I hope y'all passed the test. Like I said, there will be a test at the end. All right. Any final words before we get out of here, Cal?
Not as of right now, man. Great pod. Great pod as always.
Ray, what you got for me?
Go Cavs, baby.
Go Cavs.
That's it. That's it.
All right.
Shout
Like
out to
all,
Uno.
shout out my main man. Shout out to my main man King J for being a true Warrior Steph Curry fan, standing on your heel, dying on your heel. I respect it. So like I always say, as we getting up out of here, I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. We appreciate y'all for riding it out. The chat is what makes the show. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And either be good or be good at it. Till the next time. All right. Peace.